Hi there everybody, this is David and welcome to New RPG News. I am happy to announce that I am back from South Korea. I had a great time, week trip there. It was my first time going there. I just got back from Japan like a month ago or so, so it was kind of weird to go on back to, East Asia, but why not? I got to meet up with Gaming Shelf Taylor. We did some collaborative videos together. I got to meet his fiance. We went out to eat together. We went shopping together. I explored all of Seoul, went to the DMZ. I actually got to look into North Korea. Like, that was really freaking cool. Great trip, great experience. Highly recommend it if you could ever do anything like that. So yeah, anyway, let's get on back to the news. My little story is over, and we're gonna start with a Suikoden live broadcast set for December the 16th. No new information is to be announced. That sucks. What are they gonna talk about then? It says that it's coming on at 1 a.m. Pacific time, 4 a.m. Eastern time. That also kind of sucks. But it says that the broadcast will run for approximately 3 hours. I am not staying up all night to watch this thing, like, good lord. And it will feature Suikoden 30th Anniversary Memorial Talk in Genso Museum and the Suikoden 30th Anniversary Orchestra Concert. There'll be no announcements of new information. So I think it's basically just talking about the history of the series as well as an orchestra concert. But maybe there might be something? We'll see. There's also a Monster Hunter showcase set for December the 8th, with updates on Monster Hunter Stories 3, Twisted Reflection, and Monster Hunter Wilds. This one is happening at 2 o'clock in the afternoon Pacific time, 5 p.m. Eastern time, so it's not in the middle of the night. That's really good. You can watch it on YouTube in English or Japanese. It says that it's featuring this information ahead of the launch on December the 16th, and Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflection is due out for the PS5, Xbox, Switch 2, and PC on March the 13th. So yeah, a lot of good stuff coming out about these games right now. I'm really looking forward to the Monster Hunter Stories game, because those are always turn-based and they're a lot more my speed than the regular Monster Hunter games. Ruin Factory Guardians of Azuma PS5 Trophy List Surface. So it looks like this game is coming out to a brand new platform. It already came out for the Switch 2, and the PC back on June the 5th, and I have my Switch 2 copy right here. As you can see, it is not a keycard. It's one of the few games that is a game, which is very, very, very nice. And it says that, while the PS5 version has yet to be announced, Australian classification listed both PS5 and Xbox among its confirmed platforms back in June. I played this game. I loved this game. I thought it was really good. It has a dual protagonist system, and basically there's 4 different seasonally themed islands, and you fly among each one of them on the back of a dragon, and you restore their town to its former glory by reviving the elements and all that kind of stuff, putting the seasons back into whack, I guess, because they're off whack. I don't know. A lot of action. It's a lot of fun. It's a really cool game, and I thought that this was interesting too. Over here on Amazon, you could see that it's listed here for the Switch and the Switch 2. Looks over here, it's listed in Europe. It's a bit more expensive over in Europe than it is in America, especially on the Switch. Wow, that's a big price difference right there. But then it has this. No image available. No console available either. Probably a placeholder for the PS5 version. I'm gonna channel my best Lisa Barlow and say, I love that! So, Wisman's World RE Tried, nobody has any idea what I'm talking about. If you know what I'm talking about, tell me in the comments who Lisa Barlow is and why. I love this. It's so great. Anyway. I'm such a dork. Okay, Wisman's World Retry is coming west on February the 19th of 2026. Delve into the Dark Realms. If you don't know what this is neat. I love this. I really do. I love this. This is a remake of a Nintendo DS game that only came out in Japan back in 2010. So this is a real deal, true blue JRPG, and this is a remake coming out for the PS5, PS4, Switch, and PC in the West. Yes! And it looks like it's going to be coming out physically as well, because it's coming out via Clear River Games, who does physical releases for Lunar and Suikoden and things like that. Okay. Bold adventurers will start their journey as young wizard Klaus, who has come of age to begin a dungeon exploring career. The city of Wizarest has been cut off from the outside world for over a century, with its people living in isolation, stripped of their memories and surrounded by labyrinthine dungeons crawling with monsters. Klaus discovers that his mentor and adoptive mother, the prodigal mage and alchemist Giselle, has been missing since she went into the dungeons last month. and he vows to uncover the mystery behind her disappearance. This is cool! Look at these screenshots! I'm loving it! I'm loving it! You can see the classic turn-based combat right there. You can see, you know, chains and all this kind of stuff. You have HP and MP. You have a turn order gauge up there. Like, this is great. People are leveling up, learning spells. Like, this is totally my speed. This is totally my thing right here. A Strange Overlord launches on March the 26th in the West. It is the same day as the Japanese release date, coming out for the PS4, PS5, Switch, and PC. Not, shockingly enough, the Switch 2, although Nice has done other stuff for the Switch 2, but they're not doing this one for the Switch 2. Don't ask me why, I really have no idea. I just think that that's kind of interesting. It'll support Japanese voiceovers with English and French subtitles on consoles, and English, French, and Japanese on PC. There is a limited edition available, as well as a standard edition available. The limited edition is over on the NISA website. So this is from the same designer or creator of not only Disgaea, but also Rhapsody, a musical adventure. Take advantage of the unique revolving lane mechanic that sends items, buffs, and even characters circling around the map. It's like one of those sushi restaurants. As you progress through the story, you'll be able to challenge action-packed stages with your friends in the separate 2 to 4 player multiplayer mode. Indulge a trained and insatiable need for sweets in order to reap rewards of temporary buffs and bonuses. The gorgeous character designs brought to life by legendary illustrator are sure to delight as Strange and her many allies ride, fight, and even sing their way across hell. This is one musical odyssey you won't want to miss. So yeah, kind of interesting right there. This is the regular standard edition. It is available right now for $50 on the PS5 and Nintendo Switch. Looks like both of them come with the same stuff, a digital soundtrack, a miniature art book as well, just in the standard edition, which is really nice right there. Mado Monogatari Fia and the Wondrous Academy for the PC launches in spring of next year. I played this game when it was released on the PS5 back in November, and I loved it. Oh wait, it says November in Japan. I was like, that wasn't right, but no, it's July. I was like, oh, it didn't come out in November. Give me a break. I knew it was in the summertime, but I was just reading what it said. But anyway, it was July. So I played it, I loved it, it's from Idea Factory, I know it's shocking, hell has frozen over, but yeah, it's actually a really freaking good game. This is definitely a hidden gem, and I am glad to see that it met with a positive response so that it can go on to the PC. It's essentially about this like little girl named Fia. She wants to join this wizard academy and, you know, learn to be a mage or whatever, and then she dives into this randomly generated dungeon thing, but it's a lot of fun, and it's kind of actiony, roguelike, but also turn-based at the same time. It's actually a really cool game. Sacrifier has an open playtest set for January of 2026. That says that this upcoming RPG is part of the 90s titles that began our love affair with gaming. My love affair with gaming started in the 80s. I don't know what you're talking about, Sacrifier, because I'm old and yeah, okay, I'm just ancient at this point. It says, our combat engine merges real-time turn-based battles to provide a fluid experience that's both challenging and satisfying. Fight alongside companions, choose from multiple weapons, target individual enemy body parts, and string attacks together to create elaborate combos. Travel between the sprawling subterranean city of Antioch and the idyllic spirit paradise of Erebus in a well-developed game universe which includes elements of both fantasy and science fiction. I got a chance to play this game way back, like a year ago. Like, they sent this to me like a year ago. It was very much beta, and I was playing through it, and I gave my review on it, which was not very positive, but they've had over a year now to work on it, and the reason why I always say this, but it's the God's honest truth. If they want feedback, I will give them feedback, especially in something that is like a beta or an alpha, because then they have time to fix it. I don't want to go through and be like, wow, this is the best game ever, whenever I really think that it's like garbage. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want them to succeed. I want them to put out the best game that they possibly can. I take no joy in saying that a game sucks, but at the same time, what they gave me was not all that good. So I am hoping that they fixed the combat system. Everything else was great. It was the combat system that I was like, yikes. So hopefully they really did it up nicely and they changed it, because it needed some work. So I am looking forward to trying this one again and reporting back to y'all to see how it's changed, how it's gotten better. We have a prologue trailer for Code Vein 2. This is due out on January the 30th of next year, and I'm so looking forward to it. I wasn't the biggest fan of the first Code Vein, but this one seems to be much done better. Like, that was the worst English I've ever used in my entire life. Much done better. That's great, David. Code Vein 2 features a deep narrative where players and characters are bound by blood, fate, and destiny, set in a future where the last remnants of humanity and reverence struggle against a world on the verge of collapse. Following the sudden emergence of a threat known as the Luna Rapacis, Revenants has succumbed to madness, transforming into terrifying creatures called Horrors. A Revenant hunter guided by a mysterious girl named Lou who passes the power to travel into the past to rewrite the fate of the world. The player, as the Revenant Hunter, will intervene in key moments of history to alter the key Revenant's destinies that reveal hidden truths and information to save the future. Players will embark on a journey through a world that spans across 2 eras, where decisions carry weight and every battle tests skill and resolve. Code Vein 2 features distinctive gameplay for an action RPG, where players use blood drained from enemies to unlock a variety of powerful skills, build strategy for combat with blood codes, and use unique weapons and equipment called jails to overcome challenging foes and epic bosses. Players can also forge bond with powerful partner allies who fight alongside them and enhance their abilities. Each partner offers distinct skills and deep narrative connections that shape the journey. So yeah, the first game, I didn't really like it because I didn't know that it was a Souls-like. Like, people were like, dude, if you like Scarlet Nexus, you should totally try out Code Vein. And I'm like, okay, it's like Scarlet Nexus, sure. It was not like Scarlet Nexus. It was like a Souls-like, and I'm like, yikes, not a fan. But they said that this one is supposed to be much more of like an action RPG thing. It also is supposed to have like difficulty modes. It's supposed to be a lot more well-balanced, so I am looking forward to this one. Danganronpa 2x2 6-minute special trial version gameplay. We have new footage from a stage event at the Danganronpa 15th Anniversary Fez. I assume that means festival, but I don't really know because they never actually spell it out, so I'm just gonna go with Fez. Jabberwock Island, a once popular tourist destination, is now uninhabited island remains oddly pristine. You and your classmates at Hope's Peak Academy have been brought to this island for a school trip. However, the fun time in the sun ends abruptly as Monokuma returns with his murderous scheme. Trapped on this island of mutual killing, your only hope of escape rests in solving the island's mysteries. But be warned, sometimes the truth can be its own despair. I've never played these Danganronpa games because they just look so... yikes. Anyway, the latest installment features all new storyline built on the foundation of Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. The original setting and cast of characters are back, but a single incident leads to an entirely new set of victims, culprits, and tricks. Kind of like Shin Megami Tensei If, I guess. Like, they had the first game, and then we're like, well, what if this happened, you know? So yeah, that's back on the SNES, and it didn't even come out here, so again, I'm old! The new scenario offers the same volume of content as the original, delivering a complete and immersive experience. Also included is the original Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair scenario, adapted to modern platforms with updated visuals and refined presentation. My whole thing is like, it's dark, it's murderous, it's creepy, and it's visual novel, so it's like all things that I'm just kind of like, Digimon Story Time Stranger DLC Additional Digimon and Episode Pack 1 Alternate Dimension launches on December the 8th. Okay, so this is going to launch at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. It'll be available to users who have purchased the Deluxe or Ultimate Editions, or can be purchased separately through the Season Pass. This features new Digivolution routes for Mega Digimon, including Blitz Greymon, Ceres Garurumon, Omnimon Zwart Defeat, and Omnimon Alter B, as well as a special questline that weaves together encounters across time and space. So if you're still playing this one and you want this DLC, be sure to grab it. Pokemon Legends ZA DLC Mega Dimension reveals Mega Lucario Z. Plus, you can add the legendary Pokemon Mewtwo to your team, because this DLC obviously wasn't already on the cart. Yeah. Starting today, trainers can receive a Mewtwo X Stone and Mewtwo Y Stone through the mystery gift feature in Pokemon Legends ZA. Once the player receives it, the Mewtwo's extra side mission will become available. It appears heading to Lysandra Cafe and venturing into the deepest areas of Lysandra Labs may cause some systems to reactivate in response to the Mega Stones. And meeting the side mission will allow you to add the legendary Pokemon Mewtwo to your team, and it's yours for the low cost of only $30 to unlock something that was already on the cart that they already made before they made the game. This shit sucks. Sacred Last Pixel of Ankaria has been announced. It is a 16-bit RPG. Woohoo! A Kickstarter campaign will launch on April the 14th of 2026. Kind of interesting here that they've already announced the game. They already have the game, it's already licensed under THQ, it's already part of a long-running series like Sacred, and they're still doing a Kickstarter? Don't they have their own funding from their other games, from their publisher? Why do they need funding from us? I don't know. I'm kind of burned on this whole Kickstarter thing. It's like every time I turn around, a new game wants to come on a Kickstarter that I feel like doesn't need to be kickstarted. Like, I feel like Kickstarter should be reserved for those like the Chain Decos of the world. You know what I'm saying? The ones that the passion projects being made by like 1 or 2 people somewhere who have like no funding, who are working full-time jobs, or like Kingdoms of the Dump that was made by like 2 janitors. Like, that's what Kickstarter is for. Not for a long-running IP that already has a publisher as popular as THQ Nordic. Like, what the... Am I alone in this? Like, what in the world? I just feel like these people are just like, oh, well, it's there. I might as well use it. These gamers are too stupid to know the difference anyway. No one's gonna call us out. Bitch, you've been called out. I like the 16-bit thing, I think it's kind of cool, but I think that this is dirty. Turn-based dungeon crawler Dungeons of Dusk announced for PS5, Xbox, Switch 2, and Switch, and PC, iOS, and Android. My god, it's everywhere. It's Dusk, but it's a dungeon RPG. And guess what? It's not on Kickstarter either! Ah! A PC demo is coming out soon. It says, Dungeon of Dusk is a classic turn-based dungeon crawling RPG that takes place canonically between the episodes of the cult classic first-person shooter, which I've never heard of and never even played, but hey, it's a dungeon crawling RPG, so we are here. It's a 30-level campaign with character progression and NPCs, endless arena mode to test your mettle, boss rush mode to test your wits, survival mode, new enemies, familiar foes, and this is Dusk RPG. Are you worthy? Esoteric Ebb launches in spring of 2026. This is an arcane punk fantasy CRPG. Okay, so let's see. It's an isometric disco-like game set in a bizarre post-arcane punk setting fantasy. You're the cleric, an expert in esoteric events, and a glorified government goon. Inspired by classic computer RPGs, Esoteric Ebb features deep and branching dialogues with a staggering amount of choices. Create the world's worst cleric. Take on the city through the tense TTRPG dice rolls. I don't know what TTR... Like, I want to say tactical turn-based, but I don't think that's not right. It must be something involved with Dungeons & Dragons. I've never played Dungeons & Dragons. The closest thing I've ever really got to these TTRPGs, I guess, was like Wizardry, back when I played that on the SNES and I hated it. Or Ultima, which I played on the Game Boy and I hated it. Or Baldur's Gate 3, which I played and I actually did not hate. So anyway, struggle to maintain control with your stats chiming in at every moment. Let the voices guide you into insane encounters that hit the natural 20 right whenever you need it. Become the most interesting player at the table and completely ruin your DM's day. Retro-style first-person fantasy action RPG Queen's Domain has been announced for the PC. Embark on a quest to find your father, who has disappeared. A release date was not announced, but a demo is available right now. This looks very like Myst or Riven, or very just like, it's not my thing. I don't know, it's not my thing. It's a retro fantasy action RPG washed up on the shores of an isle of Neocid. You set out to find your father and uncover the dark heart of a mysterious isle. It's the graphics, it's the first person thing, it's the Western thing, it's not my thing. But I'm here to let y'all know about it because it just might be your thing. And I do my duty and I do it well. Wield the legendary holy sword Endu and fight from the platform to platform and discover the interconnected labyrinthine world where secrets and dangers lurk around every corner. Fight action-oriented battles with classic stamina meters, powerful charge attacks, weapon-specific special attacks, and secondary throwing weapons. Level up, accessorize, and choose from a huge catalog of melee weapons on your quest to fight your way through the hordes of monsters and powerful bosses awaiting you in the darkest depths of the Isle. And our last story of the day, because I saved the worst for last. It's not a visual novel! I still always save the worst for last. Okay. Co-op action RPG Serpent's Gaze announced for the PC. Demo is out now. Blends the tactical combat and epic bosses of a Souls-like with power-creeping creation of roguelikes. Wow, my 2 favorite genres rolled into one. Have fun. Serpent's Gaze is a punishing, great, 1 to 4 player cooperative third-person action game where you fight tough enemies and relentless bosses, all while uncovering the secrets of an ancient desert. This features handcrafted levels with no procedural generation, best enjoyed in up to 4-player cooperative play, though the game can be played in single player. Everyone is unique thanks to a curse system. Wow, because it's not hard enough, we have to curse you too. Oh, that sounds like so much fun. Yay, where do I sign up? That applies stacking difficulty modifiers to your runs, from evading enemies to mini-bosses that will hunt you down. Construct powerful builds on each run to overcome the many challenges that you will face. It sounds like a game that hates you. Like, I know that people like these games, but I'm like, I wish that, like, sometimes I look at these games and I'm like, can't it just be like a normal action RPG, like Secret of Mana? Like, can't we just have like normal difficulty modes? Why does everything have to be so punishing all the time? It just, I'm hoping that this fad will fade. That this fad. Anyway, okay, I'm done with the news because I can't talk and I'm kind of going crazy over here. So that's it for this week's new RPGs. I am so happy to be back. Y'all have no idea. It's always good to go on these vacations, but every time I'm on vacation, I'm like, man, I just want to go home. There's no place like home. There really isn't. And I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to share this with y'all as well. And as always, have a good day.